So, the programme, this is the bit that I'm sure you're really interested in. We did have some modules, and we do get some people in the classroom. However, before we even do that, it's extremely important to us to find out about that individual. It is about having them having a personalised learning journey. And we do that in two very distinct ways. The first way to kind of get their buy-in and commitment is actually to do a 360 feedback with them. So we invite them to decide who they want to be as their raters, to give them and help increase their self-awareness and their behaviour and their perception of their behaviour in the organisation. That's the first thing. The second thing, we also look at preferences in leadership styles as well. So we use a very, very simple tool called DISC. Again, I'm sure probably some of you are very familiar with it in the organisation. To try to actually have a little bit of a mirror and hold up to yourself, okay, these are my traits and this is my perception of my behaviour within the workplace, whether that's from teams, direct reports, line managers or customers. Going into their module 1, they're going into having experienced a little bit about themselves. And then we do some work on module 1, and I'll go into that a little bit later. At the end of module 1, they have some leadership challenges. These are not ones that we have set, so we're not saying you must go and do this. These are absolutely ones that they have decided to work on based on what they've had in their 360 feedback, what they've explored in learning teams, what they've explored with learning partners, so it's very, very individual to them. They then come back, module 2, it's another 2 days, it's 6 days in total, so a little bit longer than Novo Nordics at the back. And they come back and we go through their teams. And we look at how we inspire, we motivate, we engage, and we empower our teams. Module 3 then, again, they go back and do some more leadership challenges, and then module 3, they come back around and we kind of piece it all together. And I suppose we link it very much back to how do competency development keep pace with strategy? So very similar to the kind of theme of today. You will see along the bottom here, you've got a personal development track. And this is absolutely where we have partnered with Triggerz. So we have very much a on-demand service, very much like Netflix. So depending on what your 360 feedback says, it may give you some hints and tips, some projects, some TED Talks to watch. You can rate them, so you can look at your other colleagues have rated them, so you may think, oh, actually, I'm going to have a little look on this around strategic mindset. It's completely up to you. And that portal, like that window of opportunity, is open to them all the way through the programme and for the rest of the time, where we do another 360 feedback around 12 months later to see the kind of distance that they have travelled. So the 360 feedback is a very interactive tool. So gone are the days where we're printing out heaps and heaps of report and killing some forests in Brazil. It's all there on their portal for them, and they can click through in terms of what scores they've got, in terms of what comments they've got, and also what they're working on with their 360 coach as well. During the modules, we do have to give them some training because we do want to try and get alignment with particularly with our global customers, and aligning it back to strategy around creating service performance through people empowerment. We've designed a whole heap of games. So yes, we've gone a bit crazy and we've gone a little bit gamification because we feel that actually they remember things, they have a little bit more fun when they're in the workshops rather than really kind of chalk and talk. So you'll see some examples of what we've done up here as well. The portal, as I said, is open from day 1. So this is where they explore in terms of what their personal journey will be. This is where their 360 feedback happens. This is where their development plan also is starting to be built up, and they're sharing ideas with colleagues across the globe in a social and interactive way.